In the interim, couldn't you have applied for bail for your artist to go and seek medical redress? I'm just asking.
Bail for what?
We stand strong. Yeah. Go on, mute ya, go on. Ease yourself, just keep it calm, mute ya, star. Only per pressure, I'm a corner. One time it hard to carry on. You no need no girl for turn to, no man for talk to. Feelings hurt, on the journey so far.
Wagwan Success family, this is O. Hope you are doing alright. If you're new to the channel, welcome and make sure to subscribe to get all our latest videos. When I explain how the DPP will lose this retrial hearing and what happened at the Privy Council and how everything will pan out, you might think I'm a prophet or something. I hope you leave this video with a better understanding of everything. First, let's clarify what happened at the Privy Council. Vybz Kartel and his defense team went to the Privy Council to appeal his life sentence, not the case itself. The Privy Council overturned the conviction, but the overturning of Vybz Kartel conviction does not dismiss the charges against Vybz Kartel. So basically, Vybz Kartel and his co-accused are still facing the accusation related to Clive Lizard Williams' alleged murder. They are just not convicted anymore. The charges still remain pending the Court of Appeal decision on either they will grant Paula Llewellyn a retrial or release Vybz Kartel, Sean Storm along with Madsus and Cairo. So I want everyone to understand that. Look at it like Vybz Kartel was never convicted. Now, before the official announcement from the Court of Appeal June 10 retrial hearing, Vybz Kartel lawyer Isaac Buchanan was in the media 24/7 conducting interviews, pantapa interviews, right? Now, I know many people along with myself want him to shut up or just be quiet. We just now have to realize that Isaac Buchanan, everything that he said cannot be used in the retrial hearing coming June 10. Isaac Buchanan has also gone silent about giving information regarding the case now that everything is before the Court of Appeal and it's active, because when Isaac Buchanan was asked about Vybz Kartel bail, he gave the impression that they're not seeking bail, which suggests he will not talk about his next move.
In the interim, couldn't you have applied for bail for your artist to go and seek medical redress? I'm just asking.
Bail for what? Why should you apply for bail when somebody should be free?
Well, I'm just asking because
I'm just asking because we like to be cute with stuff, and
which is a smart thing to do after chatting so much and now you don't want to say nothing. That is good. So since we're on the topic of a possibility of Vybz Kartel bail, since the charges against Vybz Kartel are active, the conviction is overturned but the charges still remain. This is grounds for Isaac Buchanan to apply for the release of Vybz Kartel pending retrial hearing coming June 10, since the conviction has been overturned and Vybz Kartel is now of the status of awaiting the appeal court ruling in his case. And in the video, Isaac Buchanan was asking for Vybz Kartel release. So despite Isaac Buchanan asking for Vybz Kartel immediate release rather than bail, applying for that bail will require assurance that all the accused will appear in court and they will not engage in criminal behavior or tamper with witnesses. That's just the typical protocol and the bare minimum that must be met. If DPP Paula Llewellyn opposed Vybz Kartel bail, especially considering the extent of his time in prison and Kartel need for urgent medical attention, that will definitely be unfair, unnecessary, and against their constitutional rights. So I doubt DPP Paula Llewellyn will put in any arguments to stop Vybz Kartel bail process. Now, many people are worried DPP Paula Llewellyn will get her retrial and sink Vybz Kartel, while others think this is her opportunity to throw away the key for good. I am here to say Paula Llewellyn will fail miserably in this retrial hearing coming June 10, even if she gets a retrial, which is highly unlikely. As we already know, DPP Paula Llewellyn and the police already damaged the case beyond repair, and what we're seeing right now is just standard procedure. Vybz Kartel will eventually walk free. Let me take you back in time. Don't know your past, don't know your future, like what Bob Marley said. Before Vybz Kartel lawyers went to the Privy Council, they had the UK expert examined the phone evidence used to convict Vybz Kartel, and the only reason why that phone evidence was not submitted is because of DPP Paula Llewellyn and her team. They dragged things out, which prevented Isaac Buchanan from submitting the key findings before the window of submission was closed. Now, you might wonder, how does this fit into everything? And that's because if the evidence was submitted to the Privy Council on time, the Privy Council wouldn't just overturn Vybz Kartel conviction, they would throw out the case entirely because the evidence used was contaminated, and Vybz Kartel would be a free man today. Now, if you haven't liked the video yet, now is your chance. Now is your chance. Like the video. So for all the people who ask why the Privy Council never set Vybz Kartel free, I hope that answer your question. DPP Paula Llewellyn and her fight for a retrial is a waste of time and taxpayers' money, and this is why. The all evidence the DPP used to convict Vybz Kartel was contaminated, which means the police tampered with evidence and they handled it improperly, and that evidence is all the way compromised to the point where it's not reliable in court, and the contamination of the evidence the DPP has is too severe to consider a retrial. But let's say the DPP get a retrial and she wants to use the all evidence even though she couldn't. You know what will happen and what it means? It means that Vybz Kartel lawyer can hire another UK expert to conduct another examination of the phone evidence for tampering, and of course they will find that the phone evidence is tampered with, which means it cannot be used again. So she failed again, rendering the phone evidence in the DPP case useless, completely useless. And if you want to talk about the witness, remember the same Court of Appeal said the witness is a liar. I basically just cracked Vybz Kartel case for you. Like the video and share the video for that mere reason, for that mere fact. For all the people who are thinking about new evidence or witness, what and who might that be? That's impossible for them to find. Knowing the DPP and how she goes to work, she will want to try to use other evidence that was not deemed contaminated. But what might those be? Again, the data that they got from Digicel, a person location without evidence of committing the crime cannot send him to prison. So basically, the other evidence the DPP have cannot prove anything by itself. What if Paula Llewellyn wants the forensic expert to cleanse the contamination from the actual phone evidence? We cannot trust that, and we will not accept that. How can we truly verify the credibility of that if the contamination was so permanent and what was so damaging to the point of no return? We cannot trust that. Which judge would actually agree to something like that? Vybz Kartel lawyer Isaac Buchanan would definitely challenge that. Challenge any reintroduction of contaminated evidence because it's not reliable. Boom, mic drop. Me crack Vybz Kartel case. Jano. Alright, maybe later or tomorrow, me drop a Shensia video. Me drop a Shensia video or an interview where she do. Me definitely want, yo, you know from when me fi drop the Shensia video? Oh, you know from when me fi work on it and drop it, me definitely want to drop a Shensia video on the channel. You see me, so me go definitely do that. Is an interview when me basically break down and thing. And also let me know again in the comment section, because I did a video yesterday when we talk about Paula Llewellyn and what she might argue at the retrial hearing, and me did say me I go do a video about what Vybz Kartel lawyer will argue at the retrial hearing. So definitely tomorrow you can look out for that video. For sure.